All right, folks, let's talk about the Border Collie. If you've ever seen one of these dogs, you know they're like the overachievers of the canine world. They're the ones who show up to school with a backpack full of supplies, ready to ace every test while the rest of us are just trying to figure out how to tie our shoes. The genius dog. First off, let's get one thing straight. Border Collies are smart. I mean, we're talking about a breed that's been known to learn commands in just a few repetitions. Meanwhile, I can't even remember where I put my keys half the time. If I had a Border Collie, it would probably be sitting there giving me that look like, "Seriously? You lost your keys again? What's wrong with you?" And they don't just learn commands, they learn tricks. You could teach a Border Collie to fetch your slippers, do your taxes, and even help you find your lost socks. Oh, you need a deduction for that. Let me grab my calculator. But here's the kicker. They're not just smart. They're also incredibly energetic. These dogs have more energy than a toddler on a sugar rush. If you don't give them enough exercise, they'll turn your living room into a demolition site. You'll come home to find your couch cushions scattered like confetti at a New Year's party. Surprise, we redecorated. The herding instinct. Now, let's talk about their herding instinct. Border Collies were bred to herd sheep. So what do? They try to herd everything. Your kids? Herded. The cat? Definitely herded. Your spouse? Good luck. You'll walk into the room and see them trying to corral everyone into one corner like it's some kind of family meeting gone wrong. And if you think you can escape this herding behavior, think again. You'll be minding your own business when suddenly your Border Collie is nudging you toward the door like, "Come on, we've got things to do." It's like having a personal trainer who never lets you rest. 5 more minutes of fetch? You can do it. Barking and communication. Let's not forget about their vocal skills. These dogs have a lot to say. They bark, they whine, they even have this adorable little growl that sounds like they're trying to talk back to you. It's like having a furry roommate who never stops chatting. "Hey, did you see that squirrel outside? Did you? Did you?" And don't even get me started on their herding barks. You know those loud barks that sound like they're announcing the arrival of royalty? You'll be sitting there in silence when suddenly it's like an air raid siren has gone off in your house. What's happening? Is it an emergency? Nope, just the dog letting everyone know it's time for dinner, the grooming challenge. Now let's talk grooming because owning a Border Collie is like having a full-time job that requires constant maintenance. They shed more than any other breed I've ever seen. You could fill an entire vacuum cleaner with just one brushing session. I'm pretty sure if you collected all that fur, you could knit yourself a sweater. And when it comes time for a bath, forget about it. It's like trying to bathe a greased pig. You'll end up soaked and covered in bubbles while your dog looks at you like, "What did I do to deserve this?" The training regimen. Training a Border Collie is both rewarding and exhausting. These dogs thrive on mental stimulation. If you don't keep them busy, they'll make their own fun. And trust me, their idea of fun usually involves tearing up your favorite shoes or digging holes in the backyard. You'll find yourself enrolling in every training class available. Agility training, obedience training, even advanced calculus training. Because why not? At some point, you'll realize that your dog is getting more education than most kids these days. And when they finally master a trick, watch out. They'll strut around like they just graduated from Harvard. Look at me, I can roll over and play dead. What can you do? The social butterfly. Border Collies are also social butterflies. They love being around people and other dogs. Take them to the dog park, and suddenly it's like hosting a party where everyone is invited, except it's all happening at your expense. You'll be standing there while your dog runs around making new friends as if it's some kind of canine social event. And if another dog doesn't want to play, good luck convincing your Border Collie that not everyone wants to join in on the fun. They'll be there trying to coax the other dog into playing fetch while that poor pup is just trying to enjoy its quiet day. The lovable clown. Despite all their quirks and high energy levels, let me tell you something. Border Collies are some of the most loving dogs out there. They will follow you around the house like little shadows and lay their heads on your lap as if saying, "You're my favorite human." You could be having the worst day ever, stuck in traffic or dealing with work stress. And then there's your Border Collie looking up at you with those big eyes as if saying, "Don't worry, we can play fetch later." It's hard not to smile when faced with such unconditional love. So here we are, the Border Collie, a genius dog with boundless energy, an insatiable need for mental stimulation, and an endless supply of love and affection. If you're considering bringing one into your life, just remember, you're not just adopting a pet, you're bringing home a furry tornado of joy and chaos. In conclusion, life with a Border Collie is never dull. It's an adventure filled with laughter and love. Just make sure you've got plenty of tennis balls and patience on hand. Thank you for listening. Now go out there and give those pups some extra belly rubs. They've earned it.